Well, it's nice and quiet. Day off. Just brewed another batch of beer. I'm really enjoying it. It's just crazy. I've always had beer, but I never took the time to take it seriously. And I was like, oh, he loves beer, you know? And that's because all I really talk about. I mean, I really like having a hobby. It's cool. Oh, it's, with the beer, it's like, it's not about just drinking it. It's, for me, it appeals more to me than wine and spirits. Spirits, they're not my friends. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy good bourbon, but if I have a little too much, it's rough the next day. So anyone who has the same thing where they're, oh, I don't like beer, I'm trying to have these beer videos appeal to you to where you're gonna take a shot, not literally like, yeah, you're gonna aim for one that is more likely gonna be appealing to you. First thing, texture. And so if you're looking at IPAs and certain pales, cool shiz, the blondes are gonna be a little more heavier in body. So if you don't like wheat beers, if you don't like all that stuff, that's the first thing that you're gonna get. The second one is the style of the yeast. Once you get away from lager, they're all pretty much like top fermenting. There's some low ones, but they're all warmer. Lager's just cold all the way. It's kept at a certain temperature. And so that's what makes those seem smoother. Some people will love lagers, not like other beers. For foreign beers, because that's what I'm gonna cover, the yeasts are gonna be different. They've had a lot of them, especially like this one, they've had their yeast for a long time. They've kept pretty much the same yeast for years. And as long as you don't mess with it and you feed it, it's gonna come out the same every time. It just duplicates itself and it keeps going. And you can, as long as you feed it, it can last for years. Sean Brock's a chef, and he has one that his like great grandmother had, which is amazing. I wish I had one passed down to me, but I was irresponsible, so I wouldn't have made it. You do have to take time. And that's one thing that people are forgetting and losing is you got to put work into stuff. The work is not, oh, let's work. It should be loving and caring. So if you already come with a negative mindset to the beer, it's not going to appeal your taste buds. It's been proven once you're already in a certain state of mind, you're not open to certain things, whether it be hot food or, and if you really can't handle it, at least you're in a good mood, you tried it, all right, I tried it again, it's not for me. Or if you just don't like spice, or it could be a physical thing. Some people get acid reflux, stuff like that, so they just physically can't have it. But if you're on a regular plane or plateau and you want to try some beers and you never really had foreign beers, I recommend it. It's a very different, even though they come and get shipped in, if it's treated right and you get some good ones, it's a whole different world compared to America. America's sour beers are way different than what they have over there. I've had a couple. Wild Monk's Barrel is a good one. Phenomenal. It's like a beer started turning sour and they're like, we need to save it, and they capped it and they kept it safe, and somehow they were able to trap that beautiful flavor where it goes all the way bad and just has a super beery, tangy tart, and like just hits you on the sides. I love it. What is it? Golden Monkey's good, but they have like a sour monkey. Don't like that one. Distilled had a sour lime salt, good one. It was okay, still not my favorites. I'm not on those, so the point of all that is that I'm bringing this one to the table. It's an imported beer. They've been around for a long time. They have tons of history. You'll see these, and honestly, these are like a little more expensive. They're not expensive like in America. Like it was $8.99 for a 6-pack, which is pretty damn well, because before all imported beers were super expensive. But they've been doing this for a while. And so you're gonna get a great experience to look at from their point of view, how they do beer. And when I was in Germany, that's what really helped me. That's really started opening my eyes. They could follow everything the same, but their grains are grown different. They already have the yeast they've been doing for a long time, and they already have a history. So this one looks really light bodied, beautiful lighter color, caramel amber. It's an Amber Märzen, bam. And it's 5.8 alcohol by volume, and it's by Hecker-pschorr. I guess I'm saying it right. I don't know. So if you haven't had any of the Märzens from Germany, Belgium, anything from over there in Europe, if you haven't had that, I suggest you try a couple and then try the American ones and compare them. You might like them more. I don't know. You don't know. So it's definitely lighter, vibrant, very clean. Very easy drinking, has that caramelly, malty flavor. This is honestly one that anybody can enjoy if you haven't had a brown beer. If you had a couple like Newcastle, this is gonna be better. It's not as bitter. It's a little sweet, it's a little malty, it's a little caramelly because of the toasted notes. Very beautiful beer to try. So far, all those imported ones are pretty smooth. A lot of the American ones, they focus too much on the bitter. They put in hops and stuff to make bitter to counter the sweetness. But I do believe you can leave a little bit more sweetness than they do. It doesn't have to be sweet beer, but you can have a little background. And these, I love them because that's what it was. And Belgian beers like Chimay and all that, they were kind of sweet, very fruity smelling. It was crazy. It really, I was like, what? This is beer? This is crazy. It was a whole new thing to think about and take into consideration. So getting back, Oktoberfest, this is when I have a lot of them coming out. There's time to grab a few of each, 2 and 2 if you need to, whatever, you know, because it does get pricey. And then really do side by side. It will really change your mind. And it's just margin. So then you find out other styles that they have over there. They have them here because a lot of it came over here. St. Arnold doesn't copy them, but they brought that style over here. A lot of the original lager companies brought that style over here. A lot of them have been spot out, you know, but they still run it pretty much the same. They just produce more. And that's where it gets bad. And you start getting too much volume, it can affect the beer if you are rushing it too much. Because aging, it's very important for wine. It's very important for beer, and it's only important for liquor. If it's brown liquor, some liquors, people, oh, that's smooth, but really it's just losing all the beautiful aromas and tastes that would have come with it if you got fresher. So there's a little window for that, and these are things you're going to look at if you want to enjoy beer. So anyone that's already drinking beer, good, great, that's awesome. Hopefully this is one you had. If you haven't, I'm gonna say get it. It's good. Anybody that's new, this one's worth the try. This one's gonna be lighter. This is a good across the board for everyday people. If you like Box, these are all probably right around there. But some people just like Bock and not the margin. So don't expect to just jump out and be like, oh, I got more. But you never know. Not till you try it. You'll probably be, now you have variety. You don't just do Bock all the time. That's why I love all beers. It's how I feel. If it's hot outside, if it's a barbecue, if it's a lot of vegetables, a lot of meat, it changes and goes with the occasion once you start learning more about beers. So other than that, just enjoy it. It's very good. Anyone newly watching, just subscribe. See if there's any ones that pop up. I'm gonna do my best to mark them so that if you see it, you can check real quick on your phone, boom, see the video, see what I think about it. Hopefully that gets you on a path that you can try a couple beers here and there, because it's nice to have a little bit of variety of beers. It's awesome. This one, very easy drinking, smooth, and I think you'll like. Even your girlfriend might not drink beer. She might like this one. Who knows? But you only find out when you go through the experience. So hopefully this is helpful, and you enjoy yourself and have a great night.